Hey guys, Chad here. This is week number 3 of my Amazon FBA journey. In this video, we're going to be covering 3 different things. We're going to be touching on all of the products that make up my Amazon journey, as well as giving you a brief overview of where each product sits in the pipeline. In addition to that, we're going to be talking about what can you do whenever your products are being manufactured, right? We don't want to just sit around and have downtime. So what can we do to optimize our listing as well as further our business for the long term? Last of all, as I mentioned in week number 2, I actually had an inspector go in and inspect some products, and the supplier failed their second inspection. So I'm going to give you an update as to what I learned and what actually took place. So let's go ahead and get started. As of right now, my journey consists of 4 products, right? 3 of which are finished manufacturing, so they're about to get shipped over to Amazon. And then the last one is actually in the design phase. So we're still working on the designs, hoping to finalize those and get those manufactured. So of the 3 that are finished manufacturing, 2 of those are actually variations. And those are the 2 products that I've had inspected and that I was hinting at earlier with regards to the failed inspection, the second failed inspection. Now, the other product that has been manufactured is a standalone brand. So I've actually got 2 separate brands. One consists of 2 variations, and then the other one consists of a standalone product. So I'm doing this in a very different way than a lot of other people would suggest, and the purpose for that is just because I'm trying to learn as much as I can and essentially fall forward. What I'm trying to do, guys, is make as many mistakes as possible within a short period of time, but still doing, putting forth the product research and finding good niches, finding good areas of opportunity where there are high revenue and low competition, essentially. So I've done that. I'm confident in these products, and I'm excited to go ahead and move forward with the products that I've manufactured and the one that I've yet to manufacture. So let's go ahead and talk about the manufacturing process as a whole, right? As you guys know, once you've collected your samples and you've decided on a supplier based on communication, based on the quality of the product, based on pricing, once you submit that order, 30% generally is what that initial payment consists of, and then it's nothing but a waiting game, right? You're waiting for those products to be manufactured. So what are a few things that you can do while you wait? Well, one of the things that I always start out doing is I'm trying to get another sample. If I've made any changes whatsoever, I want to get a final sample from my manufacturer. And so after I submit that initial payment, I'm always asking, hey, if you guys would go ahead and once you have a final sample ready, please take photos of it. Once I give you the thumbs up, then go ahead and mail me that sample as fast as possible, because what that's going to allow me to do is give that to my photographer. Right now, if you haven't made any changes to the samples that they sent over, that's cool too. I would highly suggest you do, just so that you can differentiate yourself to a degree. But again, it's totally up to you guys. That's just one of the things that I like to knock out whenever I'm trying to, differentiate myself and utilize my time whenever products are being manufactured. So again, finding a photographer, looking at what you want to do. What I really like to do is look at all the competitor photos. In turn, I save a whole bunch of the competitor photos, and I proceed to give my photographer, hey, here are the 8 to 10 images that I would love for you to go ahead and shoot, right? Essentially, and then comment on each one of them. Hey, I really like the way they do this, or hey, what I'm seeing is a lot of this particular photo. I would love if we could maybe change this or just emulate this, so that we're essentially not just copying one listing, but what we're doing is we're looking at the market as a whole, and then we're pulling bits and pieces together to make this monster listing. Okay, guys? Pictures, pictures, pictures. In addition to that, we can work on just the keywords associated with our listing. Now, you can do this in merchant words, you can do this in viral launch. What you're going to do is you're going to try and size up each of these listings and try and pull out, hey, what's the valuable stuff in here that I want to be a part of my listing based on priority. And by priority, what I mean is, are these terms relevant to the listings? Are they going to help convert your listings based on what people are searching for, right? Are these relevant terms is what I'm trying to get at, as well as search volume, right? So is it relevant, and are there a ton of people out there searching for it? And I can't really give you a number with regards to search volume, because every niche is different, right? What you want to do is you want to try and do a whole bunch of research on a variety of keywords, and then you want to turn around and sort that list by search volume, and that will tell you, all right, here are my priorities. Now, those keywords are going to be helpful for not only creating your listing, but they're also going to be helpful whenever you set up your PPC campaign within Amazon, right? Now, with regards to our listing, we have so much to optimize, guys, even ahead of time. We have to work on our title, we have to work on bullet points, and we have to work on our product description, right? Now, don't forget, within some of these listings, you're going to scroll down, and within that product description, you're going to see photos and things of that nature. Now, we don't need to worry about that right off the bat, right? That's for brands that have been registered with Amazon, and that's not something that I've done yet, and I'm sure that's not something you guys have done just yet. So again, we're going to be utilizing those keywords within the title of our listing, the bullet points, and then the product description, again, is just more plain text, but we can use a little bit of HTML here and there just to make things look really organized. So in addition to that, another thing I've been focusing on is creating my brand on Facebook as well as Instagram, right? It never hurts to go ahead and build up some of that social credibility. Again, I'm not running ads on these just yet, but what I'm doing is I'm creating content on these brand pages, and I'm trying to attract people within this niche and essentially create value, right? Social media, what I'm trying to do is create so much value, and eventually that value is going to snowball into attention, right? And once I've got their attention, I've already built up their credibility, and then that's when I can go ahead and pitch them some of my products whenever those products go live, right? So one of the things I've been doing is just sharing relevant articles, asking, relevant questions, things of that nature, getting people engaged about the specific niche and product category that my brands are going to be focused on, and really building those up. Now, once my products do hit the Amazon warehouse, that's when I'll start running ads associated with the brand to continue to build off of the awareness of that particular brand and start the email list and things of that nature. So that's currently where I'm at with regards to what I've accomplished while my products were being manufactured. So last of all, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the second failed inspection that took place with regards to my variations. So guys, this was an absolute headache, right? And it all boils down to a miscommunication. Whenever I was filling out my inspection report, essentially creating that order for a second inspection, I went in and I said, hey, I really want you guys to focus on this particular aspect of the variations, right? In addition to that, I uploaded photos to reiterate the points that I had made just in the plain text. But apparently that wasn't good enough. And the reason why I say that is because the inspector did not understand what I was talking about. And so as a result of the misunderstanding, the inspector filled out the report and said that the supplier had failed the inspection, when in all actuality they didn't. So let me tell you this. The inspector said that they failed the report, that the supplier had failed the report, but when the supplier went back and double checked everything, the supplier said, hey, I'm not seeing what your inspection company is saying. I don't exactly know what's going on. What you have to understand is, in between all this, I had full faith that the inspection company had fully understood what I had said, that the inspection had actually failed, and so as a result, there was strong tensions between me and the supplier. The supplier and I couldn't come to an agreement as a result of this second failed inspection, and so I started to file a trade assurance refund, right? I was trying to get refunded in full. I was over it. I was going to go to another supplier, and the supplier ended up saying, hey, you know what, you're right. We'll go ahead and remanufacture these products, and we will pay for the third inspection. Again, come to find out, guys, it was a whole misunderstanding. The inspector did not understand what I was asking for, and the supplier had properly made all of the variations correctly. So it was it was an absolute headache. I literally lost a week, 2 weeks as a result of just a miscommunication on the side of the inspector. So I had to apologize to my manufacturer, and I had to turn around and tell my inspector, hey, you guys clearly knew what the problem was. I really don't know who dropped the ball here, but I feel like I should be credited in full for that second inspection. So I went ahead and applied for that, and we have moved forward with the variations as a whole. So they did not fail the second inspection, and so that is absolutely phenomenal. But I do feel like there's a little bit of tension there, and I did reiterate to the supplier, thank you so much, again, for just helping, having the patience and being willing to pay for the third inspection, and even offer to remanufacture products when in all actuality the products weren't even wrong. So again, guys, not only is it important to be reflective on situations and how that impacts your business, but please be aware of, okay, how does this make my supplier feel? How does this make the inspector feel? And kind of be cognizant, just aware of, okay, I totally see where they're coming from, or hey, now I understand how that person's feeling, and just try and shape your responses based around that, right? There's no need to reply as fast as possible just to, move on to the next task, right? These relationships they're gonna save you time and money if you guys are going to invest in them, right? Again, we gotta be patient. We gotta be patient in our responses. We gotta be patient throughout this manufacturing process. This is a huge step, guys. We're building businesses here, okay? We're building tomorrow. This is for your family, this is for your kids' kids, okay? Take a breath, analyze the situation, and respond, okay? That's all I gotta say. As always, guys, stay tuned. We've got more Amazon FBA journeys, tips, tricks, you name it. Oh, what I was going to say was, if I had to do this all over again, I think I would create a video for my inspection company, right? Not just type in the text, not just send over photos. I would probably turn around and create a video and essentially have the product on the table, and I would say, hey, if you will notice, there's an issue here with the product, as you can see over here in the corner, or as you can see, the paint comes off, whatever it may be, and create the video and point at it and show them just right then and there. I think that's going to, it communicates the issue so much more clearly than here's some text and then here's a little bit of photos. But again, just try and communicate as clearly as possible and be as patient as possible all throughout this process. Again, you have to realize that it's only going to get easier as you continue to reorder, but there's so much work that goes into this initial order. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Outside of that, guys, let me know where you guys are at in your journey. If you have made any mistakes, guys, let me know. I want to learn, okay? We'll catch you guys later.